Yeah, just a quick review of Absorbine Junior Maximum Strength Pain Relieving Liquid. So starting at the beginning, what's it for? I mean, why would you consider buying this product or using it? Well, it's mainly for pain relief, basically for aches and pains, aching joints, that sort of thing. So for instance, if you have, let's say, sore muscles, or knee arthritis, you might want to consider giving this product a try. So anyway, so what's in it? Like, what makes it work? Well, anytime you're considering using something like this, you need to look at one thing, okay? Not the reviews, although it's good to look at those too. You need to look at what are the active ingredients, okay? So what's an active ingredient? Well, an active ingredient is any ingredient that has a direct biological effect or a pharmacological activity in your body. Okay, so in other words, these are the ingredients, these are the things in this product that really do the heavy lifting, that really make it work. Not that there aren't maybe some other things, but those aren't the active ingredients. This really has the most action. So in the case of Absorbing Junior, the main active ingredient is 4% menthol. Now, menthol works by giving you a cooling sensation, that can kind of like stimulate the nerves and help block the pain. So different sensations in your body. There's different diameter nerve fibers. Pain is carried on small diameter nerve fibers. There's other things that are large diameter nerve fibers. There's separate nerves for hot and cold, vibration, light touch, deep pressure, that kind of thing. So this theory, I guess, is basically you're stimulating these large diameter nerve fibers with the menthol, that cooling sensation, that kind of overrides and blocks the pain signals, which are the small diameter nerve fibers. So that's kind of one theory on that. So the big question is, can you get long-lasting relief, or is it, just a temporary thing? Well, I think it kind of depends. I think there are cases where you can actually get permanent relief from using something like this. Let's take something like back pain. You hurt your back hurts, you have some pain, who knows exactly what the cause is, but your muscles are reacting to it, they're going into spasm, then that creates more pain. So you get this pain, spasm, pain cycle going on. And so what you can do is use this. If you use it like once or twice, you get the pain down, you kind of break up that cycle, and so your body kind of resets itself. And so that's, I think, there are some cases where actually you can use this stuff once or twice and actually get long-term relief. So you just kind of shut down that pain, spasm, pain cycle, and then, hey, I'm back to normal. But I think most of the time, if you have like chronic low back pain and you've had pain a while, or any kind of long-term pain, you usually need a multi-pronged approach. You need to be doing several things. So I'll give you a good example. So let's say you have like knee pain, you have like knee arthritis. Okay, and you can't really do much with your knee. Your knee hurts. Use this stuff, gets rid of the pain. Okay, so when you get rid of the pain using this stuff, now you can do other things that might give you long-term relief. For instance, it's pretty much set in the literature that if you exercise is a good tried and true treatment for arthritis. Okay, if you get your muscles stronger, you make things more flexible, the pain will go away because you improve the function of your knee. So what you do is you use this. You get the pain down. Now you're able to move your knee around a little better and tolerate some exercises. So take something like this book here, Bulletproof Your Knee by Jim Johnson, PT. Basically, this aims to improve the function of your knee, and that's really what it's about, even like with knee arthritis. They did a study one time where they looked at, they took a big group of people, and they x-rayed their knees, and they looked at, how flexible was their knee, how strong were their knee muscles. They looked at, how depressed the people were, any anxiety, look at everything. And then they sat back and, they would see how much pain they were in. They'd run a pain scale, and they take x-rays of their knees and they grade the knee arthritis 1 through 4. Then they sat back and said, well, let's see now, can we predict based on any of these variables who is hurting the most and who isn't? So you would think if arthritis and how your knee looks on x-rays was really the end-all to tell you who hurt and who didn't, you would think that the people with grade 3 or 4 arthritis, you would be able to pick out those people and say, hey, they have the worst looking arthritis on x-ray, they hurt the most. Well, that's actually not what happened. Actually, what they did, and that actually follows a lot of the literature. There's a big discrepancy in the literature between how your knee looks on x-ray and how bad you're hurting. Case in point, there's lots of studies showing that you can have really bad knee arthritis and be totally asymptomatic. There's a lot of studies using, X-ray and MRIs, CT scans that prove that. So basically, you can have asymptomatic knee arthritis. So then, hey, what does cause the pain? If it's not just solely all about the status of your articular cartilage in your knee, what else can account for it? Okay, so in the study, they found that if you look at, say, the strength of your knee muscles, certain knee muscles, they found, hey, we can predict now who hurts the most in the knee based on how strong their muscles are. Whoever had the better range of motion, things like that. So they really couldn't predict very well based on what your knee looked like on x-ray, but looking at the function of your knee, they could then tell who hurt and who didn't, or at least who hurts the most. Like the people with the weakest quadriceps muscles, they hurt the most. Not necessarily dependent on how their knee looked at all. Anyway, so this whole program takes you less than 10 minutes a day. We'll tune up your knee, get it solely aimed at the function of your knee. And if you're not into exercise, I think this is great because some days it takes you like less than 5 minutes to do if you're just doing the stretching. So for instance, keep your quads strong. Just about any knee problem you can name. I can probably show you a study that shows you that you probably have a problem with your quadriceps muscle. It's a big muscle on the top of your leg, basically stabilizes your knee joint. And they find for some reason when you have problems with your knee, it really takes its toll on your quads. So this will give you some exercises for that. Fine-tune control over your knee. Some knee problems are actually due to problems up at the hip. For instance, I know like iliotibial band syndrome. If you have, that's a lot of runners get that. They find that there's actually a problem with the weak hip abductors. And then likewise, there's some randomized controlled trials showing that if you increase the strength of your hip abductors, the pain goes away. And you don't have iliotibial band syndrome anymore. Optimize knee flexibility. You might think your knee just like bends and straightens, but actually about the last 10 or 15 degrees of straightening your knee, it actually rotates a little bit. So that's another accessory motion you need to get full function. Give you some exercise for that. Increase dynamic knee stability. Here we're talking about proprioception. Especially I know in the arthritis literature, when you look at knee arthritis, they get around testing the proprioception. They find it's decreased compared to normals. So you get an exercise to get your knee proprioception back. Anyway, great little program. The point being that maybe you can't do that now, okay, because your knee hurts, but you use something like this, you get the pain down, that will allow you to get, after a week or two, getting your knee stronger, more flexible, increase the proprioception. Now you're going to get more lasting relief. So that's kind of the whole point. So yeah, good product, definitely. Check it out.